Hi everyone, it's me, Gwendolyn Gokin, and today we are in my herb garden. I'd like to say it's my favorite herb garden, just my favorite garden on the property, but they're all special and they're all unique and they're all a work in progress. So yeah, I think it's the 1st of September and I am going to be leaving our beautiful country for a few weeks with my daughter, and we're going to Greece. So I'm feeling a little bit of a pressure to get some things cleaned up and, you know, get ready for winter before I go, because it could be raining like crazy when I get back here. And then, oh, well, actually, I love working in the rain. But anyway, I'd like to get it a little bit more tidied up before the rains do come, so then it'll perk all up and look really great for the fall. And I'd like to take you with me. I'm going to show you a little bit about what I have to do, and then we're going to get started. So this is our property line, and I have lined my herb garden here with bamboo and some other beautiful little plants. And oh, there's rocks, there's bark dust, there's Kelly dogs with me, there are beds. Oh, hi. So, this is a problem. This is the morning glory stuff, and it has small flowers. And out in my red rock garden, I have very large morning glory problem where I have large flowers. So, the blackberry is also an issue. I'm going to start with taking out the blackberry and then working on this beautiful rose bush. Oh. And this is my L campaign. It has just come down. Oh, it's just so beautiful. But what I'm going to need to do is dig it out, because this is a central bed and the L campaign is going to be moved. But see, I'm not going to do that either until I get back from Greece, because the ground is like rock hard and I want to put it here in that little round mound there, and it can be in front of these glorious hops. Yes. And you know, it's yellow flower. It'll make a statement right in there. I moved those Joe Pye weeds. They were in this bed, and that's great because I just have a few left in there, but I need to do some addressing to some of these plants. Now I have a lovage plant over here that is really big, and it dies back a little bit here and after it does this thing in the spring. So I want to try to work with that too. And this lovely pussy willow is too big. It's just too big. It needs a trim job. So that'll happen this year too. So I'm not worried so much about the grass. That'll come. We'll get to that. But yeah, I have all these lovely little garden beds. And then this rose bush. I love it. But it's so happy. It just wants to get really big. So we're going to need to move it. So I'm going to start with cutting back the branches today so that we can move around and actually access our little chicken coop / shed a little easier. And yeah, so not a lot of crazy work, but I really want to tackle the morning glory and the bush and the blackberries. So let's get started. Tools. Got my favorite tools. Got some gloves. I'm going to start cutting, and then I'm just going to be putting it into a pile, and then I'll move it. Today we're supposed to have like close to 100-degree weather. So anyway, yeah, I'm just going to do most of the work, and then I'll move it probably tomorrow. Maybe the next day. I'm not sure, but we'll get it moved down, and then when the rains start, we'll be able to have another fire. Okay. Got to soften up the gloves. That's what I'm gonna do. There it is. Got it knocked out. It needs some trimming, of course, and like I said, we're gonna transplant it later. So I think I'm gonna be probably done with that part, but oh, you can see the door again. Woohoo! And now, that area where that little sculpture is, that's where those blackberries are that I really want to work on. Like I said, the fence line, and then we'll start tackling some of that morning glory. Okay, I want to show you my pile. It's a big one. It's a big one. Yep, I did a little work in here. This is more so my mugwort bed, and the mugwort is really, you got to be careful. It wants to take over. It's a lovely, lovely plant. Everybody should have one, but keep in mind, it is prolific. And it was growing in there, and so were the blackberries, right? Blackberries. But that's our fence line. So, you know, I do what I can to keep it open in the winter, but that's not my responsibility. I have enough to do. And I love doing what I do. So, we're going to tackle into the blackberries that are growing along the fence line. Clean up those beautiful trees back there, those little shrubbies, those spruces. And that's the next project. Let's get started. Here we go, everybody. A little pampered. Oh, I love to garden. Okay. Gloves on. I like my blades for killing blackberries because you just whack them, and they're pretty airy. They're not really thick like this rose bush. That was a tough cut, so I'll probably be using my my blade for most of this. I'm gonna get it. Got it. Okay. So come here.
This is from the mint.
Oh.
Isn't that amazing?
Here, wait, come here.
Is that amazing? Look at the beads. Look
Mark
at the beads
has
all around.
gold.
This is all the gold I have from the mint. I've it's been for what, a year, a couple of 3 years now. There haven't been much, but
Let's look.
look at the smile of gold from the mint. This is what they threw away. Look at the beads.
The mint is where Oregon would make their state money back in the 1800s?
1859.
1859.
1849. But this is gold from California that they were making into coins, but they were throwing away the trash, and this is the trash. This was in the trash.
Yeah, they like
Isn't
shoved
nice?
it off the
The
cliff.
Yeah.
And Mark's been mining in his spare time. He goes there and busts stuff up and gets down in the bedrock.
There's
And
a gold, there's a gold
yes,
smile there, isn't there?
that's beautiful, Mark.
Isn't that funny?
Thank you for sharing.
Isn't that funny, huh?
My
stuff.
miner.
Funny stuff.
All right, let's take this moment and I'll show you. Ooh, that's ugly. That's blackberry. I'll show you what I did here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Boy, my blade is just fantastic. I could take it and pull out all of those morning glories. It just rips it. Oh, every gardener needs a good blade. Okay, let's get started. There's our kitty. There's our little siren. She's saying hi. Okay. Getting the tools. My blade. My leather gloves, because the blackberries are and then they're for like a week after you get stuck with them. And I use my hands. I don't want that in my hands. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Gonna keep going. Oh, buggies. It's starting to get human. Hi everyone. Well, we're getting close to a point where we're gonna stop for a while and then go do our other activities like take a walk before it gets too hot. But I think we're accomplishing quite a bit. So we're gonna get started with a little bit more and then I'll show you what we've done, recap it, and then I'll say goodbye until next time. So let's get started. You can see my hair is getting a little gray. Okay everyone, I'm gonna show you around, but I have a few of my herbs here that I want to show you. This is a comfrey plant. This is a horseradish plant. This is a sweet Joe Pye weed plant. This is a rosemary plant, and this is an El Campaign plant. Oh, the freshness. It's very herbal. It's very earthy. And yay for plants. Okay, I'm going to show you around. This is the first bed. Got the angelica, some oregano, some sweet Joe Pye weed still. We have marshmallow, a tea plant. This is the tea plant. And then there's a little banana down there. Third year. I hope it becomes a little bit more successful. Yes. And yes. And yes. Okay, so this is a volunteer marshmallow. I'm going to move it into one of those little pots that I had over there. And then this is my first marshmallow plant. I just love these marshmallow plants. I think I have one down there that's barely making it way down in there. That one will need to be moved too. A marshmallow is really good for the skin. It's good for the tummy. It has a mucus type of consistency in the root. So that's usually what people are after. But it's also fun to have tea with it, with the marshmallow flowers. And I do like to harvest the leaves and put it into oil, variety of oils, and then make soap with it. So that's also fun. And this is the pile. Yeah! Okay. So this bed, witch hazel, and then we have a variety of mugwort. Mugwort there. That was a big mugwort. There's another mugwort specimen down there. And I have one from Alaska that I'm hoping comes back. That's down in there. And yes, here's the view from this way. This front bed has mostly my lavender and rosemary, and then I have an echinacea in the pot. And okay, yeah, here's a medicinal rose. It needs more sun. Hence, so much of this tree needs to go. And that's all right. There's just too much shade in here, and we can't have all that shade in here. And so that was the first place I had my horseradish. So I still have one that comes up. This is more of a garden variety marshmallow, but I've got it. And we have our chives, anise, Russian sage. Can we just look down in there? Yeah, there's that Russian sage. It's its first year too. It's not doing too well. This is a curry plant. Yeah, so got the horseradish over there. There's that beautiful rose bush we trimmed up. The fence line looks good again. Oh, everything's just shining bright. Yes, rosemary. I'm so glad I had a little. Look at that. See that rosette? No, seriously. It's gonna come to me. I know what it is. Oh, mullein. Sorry, everybody. Mullein plant. Okay, and that's my sweetgrass in that pot, and a few more little lavenders over here. I better get my clippers. This is a modern medicine wheel that I made in one of my sculpture design classes at PSU. Yeah, so that's another comfrey down there. It likes to take over, so I don't work too hard on this bed. It's just gonna kind of fill in. The lungwort was exposed. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Yes. Sweet Joe Pye weed. It has enjoyed being moved. Fabulous. Another little lavender. Another type of L-campaign. Still hoping my arnica comes back. Hopefully that's just in dormancy in that pot down there. And then here's this view, everybody. All right. And then, oh yeah, beautiful. Yeah. So this bed down here that I was working on, that's the mint bed. You know, most of these things are in pots, but I had to trim up the ones that weren't. Yeah. Chocolate mint, sweet mint, peppermint, spearmint. I definitely have those. Okay. Good job, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for loving the garden as much as we do.